Online people respond, Ray. Are you there? Is there any doubts are there, props are, or else no doubts are? If your response is then I will go move to the next concept. Okay. So if it is clear means we will move to the next concept. What is the next concept is nothing but a state. What is this? Next concept we are going to discuss means state. What is the meaning of this state? Why we are using this one? Symbol ma meaning of this state means changing the values in the UI. In that own page, when we are going to change the values, how it should behave. That's it. That one only we are going to make it as a by using the state value. Okay. So we will discuss that one only. Again, few points are there. రాసేసుకుంటే మొదలు వెళ్ళిపోదాం. చెప్పడానికి ఏముండవు. I will explain only the how the it is working. Theory 4 lines అంత మించి లేదు దీంట్లో. This is the theory for you. That's it. So what is the use case of the state in the React means it is going to hold the data. It is going to hold the data. Which type of data? Either it can hold null or the object. Either it can hold null or object. That is nothing but a state here. Okay. So yesterday we discussed it, right? Props is a immutable. It means which we can't modify. But state is a mutable. According to requirement, we can change the state values. Okay, ma? And next one. States are present only in the class-based component. What is the meaning of this line means states we can use internally in the class based component only. Sir, then what about function based component? We can use in the function based component also with the concepts of hooks. Okay, hooks we are going to introduce today. What is that hook? Everything we will see now. Okay. And next one, what state can hold two types of data? What is that? Null or the object. This is the state. Ante. This is the state. Apart from nothing is there. Now in the function based component, how it working, class based component, how it working, we will check. Okay. With the simple programs, we will write and we will check those things. Okay, I will send. Don't worry about it. Why I'm not sending means this PPT is this PPT is not at all only for the states only. I have a advanced concepts also inside this. Okay, due to that reason, I'm not sharing that. Once I completed that concepts, I will share these things. Due to that reason, I'm only giving the time to note it down till that. Because in the further concepts, there is no notes only. Everything you need to note it down. That's it. Okay, when I'm giving the time means noted down means there is a reason because advanced concepts are there. If I will share these PPTs to you people, what will happen there? You will see those concepts and you have a new doubts raising. Because you don't know these concepts, if you can see that concepts note means you will only get frustrated. So try to understand why I'm not sharing the notes. I'm giving the time here, right, to note it down. Why you are not noted down? I'm not getting that point. I'm giving the time to note, right? ఎవరికైనా ఇబ్బందిగా ఉందా టైం ఇస్తుంటే నోట్ చేసుకోవడానికి? I'm sharing the codes, right? I'm giving the notes here. Why I'm not giving the advanced notes? Because these put in type చేసుకుంటూ కూర్చుంటే it will not complete. Because here logically we need to build so much of thing. For me, it is taking explanation. How much time you are writing notes? 10 minutes. How much explanation is happening for me? 50 minutes of explanation is there. If I will explain this each and every point means 1.5 hour class will be completed. You don't have any time to practice. Once the section has been completed, then I will share the entire notes for you people. Okay? Or else I will do one thing. I will only type and I will share those things only. Done, guys? Okay? I can understand, Malesh. One thing I'm telling here in the React, if you can see the notes also, you will not get anything. Openly, I'm telling if you see the notes also, you will not get anything. Just I have a in that what is the working I will teach. In that notes, I'm telling what is the process is there. Not only here, everywhere you can check. What is the syntax of the particular element which we are using, concept, theory of that concept, some quotes I will display. That's it. Apart from nothing is there. If you can see also, you will get hectic because here we need to practically we need to do here. Without practical knowledge, React is waste for us. No, sir, I want only for theory means I will share all the PPTs I have. Two PPTs only. Out of that also, some form handling, I have that much only PPTs. Remaining all are the concepts I will only teach manually. Because remaining one all are that I need to draw the diagrams. So that one I will draw here. That notes you will get regular basis. Only few classes notes only will get like this. Okay, fine. I will share that one only there. Not an issue for me. Okay, guys. What is the first file I need to create inside the SRC? Main.jsx. Inside that, what I need to write lines? Import React and React DOM from the client we need to use. So directly we can destructure and we can import ma. Okay. How to do that one? Simply you use auto import that one you have, right? So along with that, utilize the one more extension also. Take the one more extensions ES6. Not this one. React. Yeah. React Native or these things. Just a second, I will tell which extension you need to take. Not this one. This one. You can take the this one. Okay, this extension you need to utilize ES7, React, Redux, GraphQL, React Native snippets. Okay, take this one. Install this one into your VS Code. The extension, this is extension. Why we are using these things means now we are using manual everything typing, right? So it will reduce the time for us. Okay. Dana? It is raw Greek all will say on a simple extension for Redux GraphQL JS. Guys, this will work only not for the JavaScript, it will work for the TypeScript also. Okay, if you want to upgrade yourself to React with the TypeScript also, it will work for you. Okay, this extension. So simply here, create root. So when I will check here, see here, sometimes you will get like this. When you use this one, so sometimes you will get like this const create root equals require. So what is this requirement? It is actually a Node.js and the Express.js codes. Okay, we don't want this one. We want import one, React.js code we want. So in that case, you can directly write this one. If you're not getting import create root. Okay, if you get the requirement, check it once because if you get the requirements, so your code will not work for you. Definitely will throw a error. That is the error. Require is undefined, something like that. You will get the error. So make sure that you should import like this only. So after that, create root of what I need to discuss. Create root of document dot get element by ID of root. Get element by ID of root. After that, dot render off. Now simply here I'm going to create the one app component app.jsx. Okay. Now here I will guide you the shortcut how we are going to create. Every time we will writing that particular structure, right? Firstly, it is fine first. When you're writing the huge number of codes of lines, then creating the structure also difficult for us. Now, the command is RAFCE. RAFCE. What is the meaning of this one? React arrow function component export. Okay, React arrow function export component or anything component export, you can call this one and click enter. It will create the complete structure for you. Okay, due to that reason, I told use the file names in the uppercase. If you observe carefully, it is taking me the file names only. Okay, due to that reason, I will tell because component rules are there. Now, what is that we need to create in the uppercase only components. So it is reading the file name, right? Due to that reason, I told to create that particular files also in the uppercase only because of this. How to do? RAFCE. RAFCE, React Arrow Function Component Export component. Enter. Here it will import React also. It will create a function for you. It will return a return statement. Again that it will export default also. It is going to write for you. If you're not installing that extension, it will not work these things. This is for the arrow function. Then what is a class based, sir? RCC. RCC. Now if you enter, again it will import the component, it will extend that particular data, render method it will write, return statement it will write, it will only export the data. Okay. Now when you're doing like this, you need not to worry about the import and the export things. Export mandatory I need to do because sometimes if you observe, I write the code, I forgot the export. Again, I will go there. I need to check whether I exported or not everything. When you use these type of things, no need to worry about it. Is it clear, everybody? RAFCE for the arrow function, component function based, RCC for the class based component. Clear, everybody? Online people clear, ma? Extension and the shortcuts. Okay, fine. So currently what I'm going to do, I want to create a one arrow function only, RAFCE. Guys, it doesn't mean you know the shortcut means you will forget syntax. Syntax you should remember always. Okay, because why I'm telling means when you're going for the interview, if you don't have laptops, you need to write that syntax by hand. రాయాలంటే గుర్తుండాలి కదా. So make sure that due to that reason only first class I didn't taught you these things. Okay, when I teach the components at the time only I can thought for you people. Why I'm not thoughting means 1 or 10 times if you wrote that syntax, you have a habitual with that. You can remember easily that one. Now, because now onwards, if we will do like that only, more time it will take for the writing the syntaxes only. To avoid that one, I'm telling for you people. Is it clear, all of you? Okay. Now inside this app, now what I need to do now here, I need to render the app component. Okay. How to run this one? npm run diff. Now successfully my state is running for me. See the app component is there. So it is running successfully only. So not at all a issue for us. Okay. Now what we are going to do now with this means we will create a counter function. So what is this counter function means? Simple. When you click on the plus, the value should be incremented. When you click on the minus, the value should be decremented. That one only we need to design here. Ardhavainda? Is it clear, ma? So what we discussed the state is present in the where it the state is present, ma? In the class based component only state is present. First we will do with the class based component, then we will go with the function based component also. Okay, so here I am going to create the components now. Components counter with class dot jsx. It means I'm going to create the counter with the class. Okay, ma, I want to create the counter with the class. Now, which command I need to use to get the class structure? RCC, React class component. RCC means React class component. Enter. I will get this data. So this one, no need for me. Now, here we need to declare the state first. Here we need to declare the state first, guys. Remember that point. So wherever I want, I can't declare the state inside the class-based component. For that case, we need to use a constructor. We need to use the constructor we need to use. Okay, ma? You guys have already used the constructors in the backend, right? Remember, same constructor here also. Now inside this constructor, after that, we need to use the super keyword. Super keyword, remember why we are using the super keywords? To access the parent properties. If you want to access the parent properties, we need to write here as a super keyword. That one only I'm doing here. Okay. Inside this only we need to do. Remember one point, guys. Constructor will load only one time in the UI. అర్థమవుతుందని నేను చెప్పేది what I'm telling, constructor will load only once. When you change the values also again and again, it will not load for you. Only one time only it is going to load for you. So remember this point. Okay. Sir, then how the values are changing means because of the render method. Because of the render method, the values are going to change for us. Is it clear? Now, inside the constructor only, we need to declare the state values. Inside the constructor only, we need to declare the state values. Now, how to declare this dot state equals to object? So, what I told, state will hold either null or the object I defined, right? Have you seen that line? State will hold the data only two types. What is that? Either null or the object. So I'm going to hold with the object here. Okay. Inside that object, simply I'm going to write the count colon 0. Count colon 0 I'm going to change here. Okay, ma. Now here, same data I want to display in the UI now. Is it clear? Same data I want to display in the UI. So what I'm going to do now inside this div, I will use a one paragraph. Okay. Now paragraph inside that I want to display that data. Can I call that is nothing but a dynamic data for me? How can I display the dynamic data in the UI? Huh? ఏంటిది JSX expression curly braces అనకూడదు ఇక్కడ. Okay, JSX expressions we need to use here. So what is the syntax of that one? Then we can say curly brackets. Okay, is it clear, ma, all of you? Now inside this one, how to access the count? So directly you can write like this, ma. ఇక్కడ రావట్లేదు. So if it is not coming means simply we need to write this dot state dot count. This dot state dot count, because this means it is connected to the constructor. Inside that constructor, I have a state object is there. Inside the state object, I have a property called count. Is it clear, ma? All of you? It means this will be connected to this one only, right? Yes or no? This will be connected to the this particular counter with class. Inside that, what I have state is a object for me. Yes or no? State is an object. Inside the state, I have a count property. That one only I'm seeing here. Now you guys can check. I didn't call inside the app. Huh? Okay. So what I need to call now? Counter with class. Counter with class. Now you guys can check. If you observe carefully, the 0 is there, right? The state value is 0, only count value. Again, I have a 0 here. Is it clear, guys, all of you? Now, next step, what I want to do now, I want to create a one button which increment my count value. So simply here I will use as a button. Button I will make it as a add. Okay. Now you guys can check in the UI add button is there. What is my requirement means when I click on the add, I want to increment that particular count value. Add చేసినప్పుడల్లా 1 1 value increment 0 plus 1 1 1 plus 1 2 2 plus 1 3 3 plus 1 4 4 plus 1 5 like that. I want to increment the value. Now the question is how to increment the value, sir. Okay, how to increment the value here means simple, guys. How the class based component is providing me the state to declare, right? To update the value, it is only providing me the value called this dot set state. This dot set state we will get. So what is the use case of this one? This dot set state. It is this method is used to. It is a method, guys. Is used to update the state. Update the state. Is it clear, ma? This dot this dot set state method is used to update the state values. Okay, now what is my state value here? Count. So this dot set method is used to upgrade the values. Okay. Now inside this one button tag is there, right? Simply I need to write here on click. On click events are there, ma. So what is the difference between the React events and the JavaScript events? Means only one difference is there. No, two differences. That one we will call it as normal events. These events we will call it as a synthetic events. Okay, React events we will call it as a synthetic events. Again, syntactical also change. What is the change in the syntactical? When you use the event attributes on the JavaScript or the HTML, everything should be in the lowercase. On click also, if the two words also, everything should be in the lowercase only. But here, it should be in the camel case. First letter should be uppercase. First word, first letter should be lowercase. Second word, first letter should be uppercase. Okay, that is the difference between the events. Is it clear? Events working is same. Events working is here. How we are assigning the function, everything is there. Here we will not use any add event listener. Why? Because we are writing HTML, right? HTML means attributes is only using is easy for us. So due to that reason, directly we will use the events here. Attributes, event attributes. Now on click. Now inside that on click, what we need to do? We need to call the function, right? Here directly I can't call the function. Here directly we can't call the particular functions. If you calling any method also, it is a function call. Remember one thing, if you are calling any method also, it is a function call itself. So we can't directly call that one. So we need to write the one more function here. Okay, we need to write the one more function here. So here what I need to write, this dot set state. This dot set state of. See, set state of is a method. So what it is telling for me, see here, state colon any. So what is the meaning of any state you can create? Any state you can create. Along with it, what it is telling, callback function. Callback function also we can pass here. Still now clear? Now what I'm going to do, I'm directly update the state. What is my state ma? Count. State is count only, right? Now I need to update that count, right? Yes or no, Ray? If I want to update that count, first I need to access this count. If you want to update that particular count, I need to access that count now. So how to access this dot state dot count plus one. That's it. This dot state dot count plus one. Now the count value should be when I will run this particular function. It means when I click on the add button, what will happen here? It is updating me the state. Shall we check that one now? Now you guys can check. Okay, in UI it is only two things. One is a count displaying, one is a add button. But background we have a this much logic we need to write. Is it clear, ma? Now how it is working, sir? The working of the flow we will see now. Okay. Okay, ma. So here I will not create entire structures, right? Just where we needed that one only I'm going to create. Now here what will happen? I have a button is there. Sorry, I have one web page. Inside this I have a count value is there. Along with that I have a one button is there. Okay, ma? One button is there. Now here what will happen? When I click on the button, what will happen? Count value is incrementing. This is the flow. When I click on the button, I want to increment the count values here. How it is working properly means background. First state will come. Okay. First line by line, if you can check, first state will be load for me. After that, render method. Okay. From the loading, state will load first. When the state is loaded, the data is assigned to this. Okay, that state is loaded inside the random data is assigned. It is displaying in the UI now. This much clearer? Here clear aina? Now next step what I'm going to do, when I click on the button tag, it is updating the state. What it is doing? Update the state. Once it is update the state means again I need to update in the UI, right? Yes or no? Whenever the state is going to change, at that time render method will work again. Whenever the state value is changing, to display that one again render method will work. అర్థమవుతుందా? ఎప్పుడైతే స్టేట్ చేంజ్ అయ్యిద్దో దాన్ని అప్డేట్ చేయడానికి రెండర్ మెథడ్ అనేది మళ్ళీ వర్క్ అయింది. క్లియరా? అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఈ స్టేట్ వాల్యూ డైరెక్ట్ గా మీకు ఇక్కడ చూపించేస్తుంది, ఇంకా ఆదనట్లేదు. కానీ ఎలా చూపిస్తుంది? బై యూజింగ్ ద రెండర్ మెథడ్. ఇస్ ఇట్ క్లియర్ మా? ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ ఫ్లో ఇస్ లైక్ దిస్ ఓన్లీ మా. వెన్ యూ క్లిక్ ఆన్ ద బటన్, స్టేట్ విల్ అప్డేట్ అగైన్ రెండర్ మెథడ్. మీకు ఇంకా ప్రాపర్ గా చెప్పాలంటే, సో దిస్ వన్ మోర్ I will draw in the convenient way for you. State render method UI. కనిపిస్తుందా? Stay click on the button. Again, it will update the state. Not clicking the button. I'm not clicking the button here. Yes. Nova. Now, okay, fine. Clear only, right? Voices. Okay. Okay, guys, clear how the state is working. Here, again and again, it is re-rendering because I am not pressing the button, guys. It means we will create the 10 buttons and I will click 10 buttons means again render method. No, it is render method is again executing because of the state value is changing. Okay, because of our state code. Remember one point only here. Whenever the state value will change, component re-render should be happen. Okay. If you observe carefully also here, constructor nothing re here. Super of keyword we are using to access the parent class. Who is the parent component? From the component, I want to access the this state. Everything is from the parent only. I'm taking now. For that case, I'm using the super of. Now, if you observe one more thing, guys, here, when I click on the add, observe is my UI is reloading. But same thing if I will do in the React, sorry, JavaScript. Again and again, it should be reloading done for us. Okay, now it is not reloading me there. See, 40, 50 times I click that particular button. My page is still like that only. Okay, now again, I will do one more thing also here. Now, if you observe, now the button is there, right? Decrementing the count here. That's it. Okay, decremented. In the JavaScript, what will happen? The value should be going to zero, right? I clicked in the 52 times. Okay, again the value should be going to zero because when I update the code, entire page reloading is happening. Now you guys can check. ఇది కూడా reload అయిపోయిందా? Okay, fine. Add subtraction, it is working. If I will add one more button here, Okay, UI changing, right? I will making it as a reset. So when I'm making in the reset, on click function of this dot set state of count colon 0. When I click on the reset, it should be 0 for me. Now you guys can check add subtraction reset. If anything I will do, my page will not be reloading for me. Okay, my page will not be reloading for me. Is it clear, all of you? How the state is working in the class-based component? Okay, online people clear, ma? I can't do anything. I cannot get to the strong Wi-Fi only. Now is it clear for you? My voice is clear now? Okay, fine then. Okay, guys. So this is the counter by using the class-based component. Okay, this is the counter by using the class-based component. Now same counter. This is the flow array. First it should be load the constructor. Inside the constructor, I have a state is there. State will load after render method. After that, UI will come. So here I will have a one button is there. Inside that button, I am updating the state. When I click on the button, state will be updated. Again, render method will be loaded. This is the flow. Clear? Okay. Now I'm going to create the same counter function by using the function based. So before that one here, what I will do here, I will write a one simple h1 tag, not h1, h5 is fine. Counter with class based component. Counter with the class based component. Counter with function based. Counter with function dot jsx. Now this time I want to create the arrow function only, right? Which command I need to use? RAFCE. React arrow function component export. Enter. Okay, I will get exactly. One more point I will tell guys. If you create it with the file name once, don't edit that one. Okay, don't edit. తప్పు రాసిన అంతే వదిలేసేయండి దాన్ని. Don't edit that one. Because if you edit also, it will not take. Sometimes it will not take for you. Previous one name only it will take. Again, you need to delete that particular file, close your VS Code, restart your VS Code, then it will work. Or else if you edit means it will not take the updated one. Sometimes it will take, sometimes it will not take. 50-50. We can't say in which scenario it will take, in which scenario we can't say. So try to avoid the spelling errors. If the spelling errors also leave like that only, not at all issue for us. Okay, but when you go from the production level, make sure that one should be clear. Okay, na? Yeah. Now counter with the function. Again, same scenario. One paragraph, 0, and one button. One button I need to use here. Simply I will make it as a add. Now I need to call inside the app, right? So here I'm going to write as a counter with function. Now you guys can check here in the UI. Yeah. Now counter with function I will write here just a second. Yeah, here we have. So inside this one h5 tag, I will write counter with function based component. Okay, guys. Now above one is the counter with the class based component. Below one is the counter with the function based component. Now you guys are tell me what I told. Inside the class based component state is present. Due to that reason, we are utilizing that one. But in the function based state is not present, right? Then how can we utilize by the concept called hooks? By the concept called hooks. So just a second, I will check whether I have a data is there or not. If data is there, I will explain there, or else I will write that data. There is no hooks data. Okay. So what is the meaning of this hook? I will show you. See here, what is that hook means? It is a one functions for us. Okay, React hooks are the special functions that allows the state components, not only state, something other hooks also we have. It is going to allow me the things which I can do in the class based component, right? Same thing it is going to allow me to do with the function based component. That is nothing but a hook we will call. That is nothing but a hook we will call. Now here we have a state components, ref components, lifecycle methods, context. Like that we have a multiple hooks are there. Like that we have a multiple hooks are there. So that is nothing but a hook. Hooks are introduced in the 16.8 version. Currently we are using 19.2 version, my guess. Hooks are introduced in the 16.8 version. Afterwards we are the introduce the hooks for us. Okay, is it clear all of you? Hooks అంటే ఇదే ఎంత మించి ఏం లేదు. Okay, hooks are used to give me the access to provide the functions which we can use inside the class based component. Same thing I can use in the function based component. Hooks అంటే ఏంటి? క్లాస్ బేస్ కాంపోనెంట్తో ఏ పని అయితే నేను చేయగలుగుతున్నానో అదే పనిని ఫంక్షన్ బేస్ చేయడానికి ఉపయోగించేదే హుక్ అంటాం. ఇస్ ఇట్ క్లియరా? అంతే, హుక్ అంటే అంతమించి ఏం లేదు. ओके नाउ हिंदी पीपल यू कैन से जो मैं काम कर रहा हूँ ना क्लास बेस्ड कंपोनेंट के साथ, उसी चीज को मैं फंक्शन बेस्ड कंपोनेंट के साथ करने के लिए मैं क्या यूज कर रहा हूँ? हुक्स को यूज कर रहा हूँ. ठीक है, इज इट क्लियर? Okay, now we will see the what are the hooks and what are the things we need to discuss. Hooks. It is used to perform the functions in the function based component in the function based component. It is used to perform the functions in the function based component. And next what we can do, which I can perform in the class based component. Class based component. Is it clear guys? Meaning ఏంటి? నేను క్లాస్ బేస్ కాంపోనెంట్లో అయితే ఏదైతే నేను చేయగలుగుతున్నానో ఆ సేమ్ ఫంక్షనాలిటీస్ని నేను ఫంక్షన్ బేస్లో చేయాలంటే నాకు కావాల్సిన కాన్సెప్ట్ హుక్స్. ఓకే మా, ఇస్ ఇట్ క్లియర్? నౌ ఫర్ ద hooks also, sir, how can I recognize it is a hook? Everything we will discuss now. So rules of the hook, how can I recognize, where I need to declare? So first one, hooks are always start with use. Use keyword ma. For example, some examples I will give you here. Example, what are the example? Use state, use ref, use dispatch, etc. Use dispatch, etc. We have like this. Okay, ma? So we will discuss might be 8 to 10 hooks we are going to discuss here. Okay, 8 to 10 hooks we are going to discuss. Don't worry, Anni ఒకేసారి చెప్పం. So one by one we are going to discuss here. Okay, this is the first rule. This is the first rule of that. Now what is the second rule we have? Hooks are, hooks will be declared always in the top level. In the top level. It means we need to declare the hooks. Hooks is there na, where I need to declare always in the top level. It means before the return statement. Before the return statement, always at the top only we need to declare this one. Hooks are present in the React. Import React from React we are doing, right? Inside that hooks are going to present here. All the hooks are present inside the React only. Okay. Is it clear, guys? Hooks concept clear? Inte hooks and in the means only this is the hooks for us. Remaining hooks are we will discuss one and one each and everything here. Okay, ma? Is it clear? And one more point, guys. Everywhere we will not use a class-based component. Certain comparisons are there. At that time, I will use a class-based and the function-based. Most probably, we will use a function-based only because outside every world is habitual with the function-based component only. Nobody is using the class-based components now because the structure is also wrong long and this keyword especially because of the this keyword they are not using the class based components. Okay, function based is a easy syntax, easy to understand, also structured also, and giving me the so much of advantages for a faster also everything we can make. Return statement top level. Okay, guys, shall we start? Now out of the hooks, what is the first hook we are going to discuss inside this function based component means first one use state. Use state of. Okay, use state of. Okay, ma. So what is this use state of will work? How the class based common state updating we did, right? Exactly same to same it should working. Sir, there we are using the this dot state to this dot set state we are using everything is fine. Here how can we work? In that first point, the return type of the use state is an array. The return type of the use state is an array. It means the use state is going to return me the array for us. Okay, ma? Now, what is the syntax of this one? What is the syntax of this? What it is going to return for me? It is going to return me the array only, right? So inside the array, totally it will return two values. Inside the array, it is going to return me how many values, ma? Two values. What is a first one is the initial value. First one is the initial value. Second one is the function. Equals to use state of, here I need to give the value. So state will, what I told, state will hold only null or the object. Here you can pass the values here. Here you can pass the values. Is it clear? Null or the object you can pass here. Is it clear, all of you? Now this is the return type. Simply here we need to use the let. If you observe carefully, this is nothing but a array destructuring also you can call. If you observe, this is the array destructuring, right? The value will be stored inside the initial value. It is returning me the one more error, right? That function it is returning, that function will be stored inside this particular function. This is nothing but a use state. Now we will start code. Okay. Now you guys will check in the code. Now, where is this class based with React I have? Now what I will do, let state value equals to React dot use state of. React dot use state of. Now if I will use here console log of state value. If I will use as console log of state value, we will check what it is going to return for me. Okay, if I inspect this one, console log. So if you observe carefully, what it is returning for me? Array. See here, counter with function JSX seventh line. See here, this is the seventh line. Can I call now? See, this is the seventh line. Use state I'm storing inside the state value variable. That variable I'm going to print here. So what it is returning for me? Undefined and the function. Why it is returning me the undefined means that initial value I told now. That one only. So if I will pass here as a 0. Now you guys can check again. 0 will be stored in the place of undefined. Is it clear, everybody? Okay, now what is this function? Why we are using this function means inside this function, it is used to update the state. The function is there now. That one only is used to update the state for us. Okay, shall we start code? Okay, now you guys can check here how I'm going to write the code. Simply I'm going to write let, what is my value? Count only, right? Count comma set count. Function name I given. Set count is a function name for me. Count is a that value I'm going to store. So equals to use state of. Oh, equals to react dot use state of value I'm going to give as a 0. Now this 0 where it is going to store ma? ఈ 0 ఎక్కడ స్టోర్ అవుతుంది? Inside the count it is going to store. Now the function will be stored inside the set count. Shall we check whether it is storing or not? So simply what I'm going to do, console log of count, console log of set count. Now you guys can check in the UI. See your count value is 0. Again it is displaying me the one particular function. Is it clear? Now the function is storing inside the set count. That particular value is storing inside the count here. Is it clear, everybody? All of you clear? Huh? Now how to utilize that one? Simply here in the paragraph is there, right? In the place of this, again JSX expression, directly write as a count. Here this keyword no need for us. Here no need of the this keyword. Now if you observe in the UI, same data. Now I need to update the function. Simply on click function I need to call set count of count plus 1. Here no need to worry about the this dot set dot object I need to update, nothing. So directly we can update. Now you guys can check. Same output. Now again if I will add the subtraction. So -1 I need to use. So simply here I will make it as subtract. Now you guys can check, see here. I updated the subtraction. Still my count is in the 16 only. Subtract. Now again I will add the one more button, reset. Reset, count should be 0 for me. Reset added, still my state value is there. This is the advantage of the function based component. Huh? This is the advantage of the function based component. The state it is holding, right? The state it is holding for me. Is it clear, everybody? Now you guys can check addition. From there on, it will continue, ma. See reset. Due to that reason, function based components we will use. Okay? Clear how we are utilizing this one? So this is nothing but a state concept. This is nothing but a state concept. Is it clear? ఇంకో చిన్న కాన్సెప్ట్ చెప్పుకుందామా దీంట్లోనే విత్ ద కాంబినేషన్ ఆఫ్ స్టేట్ అండ్ ప్రాప్ ఇండివిజువల్లీ డిస్కస్ స్టేట్ ఇండివిజువల్లీ డిస్కస్డ్ ప్రాప్స్ రెండు కలిపితే ఎలా ఉండదో చూసుకోవాలి కదా మనం కూడా చూద్దాం రేపు చూద్దాం రేపా యా ఆన్లైన్ పీపుల్ విల్ కంటిన్యూ టుమారో వి విల్ సీ కంటిన్యూ నౌ సార్ రియాక్ట్ ఫ్లో అర్థం అయితే ఇంకా చూడాలనిపించింది అమ్మ అంతే ఫ్లో అర్థం కాలేదనుకో వద్దనిపించింది ఇంకా ఓకే ఏముండదు సింపుల్ గానే ఉండదు పెద్ద కష్టమే ఉండదు ఓకే సేమ్ థింగ్స్ ఐ విల్ రైట్ జస్ట్ ఐ విల్ ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ అండ్ ఐ విల్ యూటిలైజ్ దోస్ థింగ్స్ దట్స్ ఇట్ ఓకే రే ఐఎమ్ స్టా కంటిన్యూయింగ్ వేర్ వి విల్ గో రే okay so here I'm going to create the one more folder inside that counter folder I'm going to create ma okay inside this one two things I will create parent and the child parent and the child I'm going to create parent dot jsx rafce so I'm going to create as a child dot jsx rafce okay so this things flow I need this thing also no need for me main also no need inside the app what I'm going to do now I will comment these things I don't want this okay so directly I'm going to call now parent here parent okay so if I will check in the UI yes my parent is successfully rendering now inside this parent here what I will do here where is this parent inside this one I will call the child again child function calling done okay now these things I will comment here okay child is working properly only parent is also there along with that I will create a one more child child1 dot jsx rafce okay ma so now what is my requirement means observe carefully here the data same here I will write inside the child first let count comma set count equals to react dot use state of 0 okay ma now same thing here I'm going to make it as a paragraph so here I will make it as a count is it clear ma now after that what I'm going to do here I will create a one more button add I'm going to make now inside this one on click of function I'm going to write here inside this set count of so count plus 1 Anything new thing I did? There is no new thing. So if you observe, I'm getting that one working also. Okay. Now the count value which I'm going to display inside the child, right? Same count value, child one also need it. Concept అర్థమవుతుందా? Now if you can check here properly, I will draw the diagram for you now. Can I call this is a parent now? Parent. Now I have a child, child 1. Child 1 is there. In this child, I have a one value. What is that value? I have a counter is there. Counter colon 0 is there. Okay. This one also inside the parent only. Okay. This one also inside the parent only. Both are inside the parent only. Same the counter value is there, right? This counter value also need for the child one. Okay. In the JavaScript, what we will do? ఇక్కడ కూడా counter పెడతాం మళ్ళా. That's it, right? Yes or no? Or else we will import and export the values and we will play with that. Now here, if you are using the React.js, now the question is there, how can we do that one? By using the props concept. By using the props concept. Now the counter which I created here, right? The counter which I created inside the child, right? The same counter I will create inside the parent. Same count value I create inside the parent. Once I created the count value to the parent means I can send to child 1 also, child 2 also. Okay. Is it clear everybody? Shall we? Now we are doing that flow only now. Now we are doing this flow. Clear a flow. Now I can send the count value to the child 1 also I can send. Child also I can send. But where I want to update that one inside the child only. When I update inside the child, then only the value should update. Child 1 I don't want to update there. సినారియో క్లియర్ అయిందా? పేరెంట్లో నాకు కౌంట్ ఉంది. ఆ కౌంట్ నేను ఎప్పుడు అప్డేట్ చేయాలి? చైల్డ్ నుంచి మాత్రం అప్డేట్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నాను నేను. చైల్డ్ 1 నుంచి అప్డేట్ చేయకూడదు. అంటే చైల్డ్ 1కి యాక్సెస్ ఇవ్వకూడదు. ఓన్లీ కౌంట్ వాల్యూ మాత్రం యాక్సెస్ ఇవ్వాలి. షెల్ వి స్టార్ట్ దట్ వన్? ఓకే. ఇఫ్ యూ అబ్జర్వ్ హియర్, the thing which I created, right? The state, everything. I will utilize inside the parent now. Simple. Okay, I am utilizing inside the parent. So here I am calling the child also. Child 1. Child 1 also I am calling here. So my child will not work properly here. So due to that reason I am using h1, sorry, h5 tag, child component. Now here also I will make it as a h5 tag, child 1 component. Child 1 component here. Now you can observe child component is also there, child 1 component is also there. Both the places I want to display the count value. So what I need to send now from the parent, count equals to count I need to send. Count equals to count I need to send here. Okay. Now props send, right? How to access the props? Destructure count. So simply here I will write one paragraph, count colon the JSX expression count. Now same to same thing I need to do in the child 1 also. Count. So here I am going to write one paragraph, count. Now you guys can check. Single value I am using in the both the cases. Now where I need to create the add button? Inside the child only. Okay. So this is the child here. Here I want to create the one button called add. Button add. Now state I want to update from here only. But same value I want to reflect in the child one component also. Okay, na? Now here we have some rules are there for the props. What are the rules? The value should be only unidirectional. ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ సిచ్యువేషన్ ఏంటి? What is the situation here? If you observe carefully, set count if I will send means again it will send me the data back. అంతే కదా? Set count is a function, again I'm sending the data back. Now how can we do that? I need to just function call I need to do. So for that case, here I will create a one function. Let add equals to arrow function set count of count plus 1. Now this add function I will send. Now this add function I will send inside the child.jsx, comma destructure add. Now here what I need to do? On click add. On click add. Now if you guys can observe here, at a time I'm updating here. Now so many people's question is there, sir, you told data is not reversal from the props component. Now you are doing the reversal. I am not doing reversal. Properly you will observe. What I am doing here, I created the one function which is updating the count value. అర్థమైందని set count పంపచ్చట్లా. I'm not sending the set count. What I'm doing, I created the one function which is updating my count value. That function I'm sending there. అర్థమవుతుందా? What I'm doing here, I'm not directly sending the set count, because if I will send the set count, count value is updating, the data is reversal for me again. అంతే కదా? Data should be reversal. I don't want to reverse that one. So what I did, inside the parent only I created one function. What is the function of this work? It should update the count value. Now data is reversal for me. Now if I create the function means wherever I want I can call that particular function. Same that function I'm sending to the child. Same that function I'm sending to the child. Here I'm destructuring. When I click on it, I'm calling that function. ఇప్పుడు నేనేం చేస్తాను? ఫంక్షన్ ని కాల్ చేసుకుంటున్నా. ఐఎమ్ జస్ట్ కాలింగ్ దట్ ఫంక్షన్. లోపల ఆపరేషన్ ఎక్కడేం జరగచ్చు కదా. Just I'm calling that particular function where I'm calling inside the child.jsx. But value is updating in the parent only, right? I'm not doing any reversal here. So rules are rules only I'm following, and my work is also done. This is a combination of props and the state. Is it clear, ma? All of you? Online people clear, guys? Yeah, Mishra. Sorry, Purnima. Yeah, you can take like inheritance also. This is nothing but a state concept, guys. State concepts has completed. Okay, na? Concept chinnade. Concept is not big, but executions are the n number of scenarios we have. These are the basic scenarios, guys. These all are the basic scenarios. When you go for the level by level, working is same only. I'm not telling working will change. Working is exactly same only. Just level of increment should be increased. How we are utilizing the state. Sometimes we will lift the state and we will keep inside the other component. State lifting also we will do. But we will not do that one because it is not a right way to do that. State changings. So, but in different ways, we can do those things also. Why, Hemant? What happened? Guys, online 100 people are there. Only few people are responding. Remaining one, You guys are understanded, or else you are sleeping, or else you are eating. How can I get to know about the remaining people? Just after completing, just drop a message. Yes, sir, complete, clear. That's it. Then I can have an idea of that. How many people are understood? How many people are not understood? Okay. Depending on that, I will take the examples and I will change the flow again. If it is not clear means. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, guys. Now you can start your practice. మొదలు పెట్టండి ఇంకా. క్లియర్ అయిందా? ఎక్కడ డౌట్? I will update inside the GitHub, ma. Yeah, guys, today I will share the GitHub repo inside the Google Classroom. Finally, I got the access of the GitHub. Sorry, Google Classroom. I will share the repo inside the GitHub, Google Classroom, GitHub repo. From there, you can take the text PDF also. You will get inside that only. Okay. What are the applications for these concepts? Still now, we didn't discuss any applications, Ritvik. Just I'm explaining the concept, how it is working. Okay, every application we need to use this one. It doesn't mean one application we will not use. Without state concept, without state to prob, you can't design any web page. With props and state, everywhere we need to use that. If you are designing a one simple page also, you need to use the props and states. That much important concept, states and the props. Guys, మళ్ళీ చెప్తున్నా, స్టేట్స్ ప్రాప్స్ మైండ్లో క్లియర్గా పెట్టుకోండి కాన్సెప్ట్. డేటా ఎలా వెళ్తుంది, స్టేట్ ఎలా వర్క్ అవుతుంది. బికాస్ ఫర్దర్ క్లాసెస్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఈజ్ వర్కింగ్ ఈజ్ అ స్టేట్ ప్రాప్, స్టేట్ ప్రాప్, స్టేట్ ప్రాప్. ఓకే, రెండిట్లో ఏదైనా ఒకటి యూస్ చేస్తానండి రెగ్యులర్. ఓకే, అండ్ వన్ మోర్ పాయింట్ ఐఎమ్ టెలింగ్, మేక్ అ రెగ్యులారిటీ. వై? బికాస్ సి, yesterday we discussed the props concept. Today we discuss the state. What is the next concept I discussed? State plus props. Tomorrow new concept, state plus props plus new concept. ఇప్పుడు ఈ మూడిట్లో మధ్యలో స్టేట్ ఎగిరిపోయింది. రేపు కాన్సెప్ట్ చెప్తా, నేను స్టేట్ వాడతా. వాట్ ఈస్ యువర్ సిచ్యువేషన్? ఓకేనా? సో మేక్ ష్యూర్ దట్ కన్సిస్టెన్సీ is important for us. Okay, so what is a task? Task is nothing. Here, what I did here, addition I'm doing in the child component, right? You need to do the reset and subtraction in the child one component. అర్థమైందా? నేను యాడ్ ఎక్కడ చేశాను? చైల్డ్లో చేశా. నాకు సబ్ట్రాక్షన్ రీసెట్ చైల్డ్ వన్లో కావాలి. చైల్డ్ వన్లో ఇచ్చుకుందామా, ఇంకెక్కడైనా ఇచ్చుకుందామా? ఒక పని చేయండి, చైల్డ్ వన్లో ఏమో సబ్ట్రాక్షన్ ఇవ్వండి, ఇంకో కాంపోనెంట్ క్రియేట్ చేసి రీసెట్ ఇవ్వండి. ఓకేనా? చైల్డ్ వన్, చైల్డ్ టూ. చైల్డ్ వన్ ఫర్ ద ఎడిషన్, చైల్డ్ టూ ఫర్ ద సబ్ట్రాక్షన్, చైల్డ్ త్రీ ఫర్ ద రీసెట్. మూడు డిస్ప్లే అవ్వాలి నాకు. ఓకే, దట్ ఈస్ ద టుమారోస్ టాస్క్ ఫర్ యూ పీపుల్. ఒకే కౌంటర్ వాడాలి. మూడు మూడు కౌంటర్లు వాడారు అనుకోండి, అప్పుడు చెప్తా మీ సంగతి. I want single counter, but accessing in the three ways I want to do. One place addition, one place subtraction, one place reset. అర్థమైందా? కాలేజ్లో కూడా ఇంతే కదా. ఒక చోట ఫామ్ దొరికిద్ది, ఒక చోట సంతకాలు ఉంటాయి, ఇంకో చోట సబ్మిషన్. ఇది కూడా అంతే. ఓకే, ఓపెన్ యర్ ల్యాప్టాప్స్ అండ్ స్టార్ట్ వర్క్ ఆన్ ఇట్. ఇప్పుడు ఏ ఫైల్ ఓపెన్ చేసి పెట్టమంటారు ఇక్కడ? గట్టిగా చెప్పు. ఆ ఓకే, నీకు ఓన్లీ ఇప్పుడు వాడిన నంబర్ ఒకటే. నా ఓన్లీ నంబర్ ఒకటే వాడుతున్నాను. అరే ఉంది, ఆబ్జెక్ట్ కూడా ఉంది. ఓకేనా?